Hello, everybody. Welcome to our next episode of Supernatural Talk. I'm your host, Nick Muley. We got Eileen Jones with us, Adrian Hart, and our guest for tonight is David Childers, which is good to see you, David. Jeremy is going to be going to be somewhat late tonight. I mean, because he obviously has an event, but he'll try and jump in for, hopefully within an hour or so. Within an hour or so. But David, great to have you, though.
He's in Vegas. I wouldn't show up either.
It's okay to have you, David.
Hello to all my favorites from Alton, Illinois. Facebook user. Dawn. Get permission here. Get permission.
I might know who that is, but you're going to have to give StreamYard permission to let you show your name because we don't know who you are.
It's Mikey.
Thank you.
Mikey Benner.
Oh, Mikey. I know. Yep, I know who that is. Good to see you, Mikey. Sam,
Mikey Benner. Okay.
Yeah, Sam.
I thought it was Dawn.
What's up, Irene?
Mikey, you know better. You know to get permission to StreamYard.
Clarissa, good to see you. So David, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? I know we've talked previously.
Oh no, wait. Let me.
Well, yep, if you go ahead.
Every time I have turned the TV on for the last month, it has been David. It's David in an abandoned hospital that he decided to take care of. It's David heck, I don't even know. But it was David, being a firefighter. And having a little girl come home with him. Every time I turn this TV on, there's David. That's the introduction. I'm telling you, he is there. Turn it on. Turn on the Travel Channel. He's there.
Now, that's when I turn it off. When I see that bald head shining, I was like, turn it off.
Now, I did not like the guy that played you on
Paranormal 911. It had the mustache.
It was the one where you were taking care of that hospital in your hometown.
Oh, yeah. That was Haunted Hospital Season 2, Episode 13.
Yeah, that guy, no. There's nothing like you. He did not have your mannerisms, no.
Well, it was a lot better than the Paranormal 911 because the guy had a mustache, didn't look anything like me. But, I mean, they did a good job. As long as the story was told, that's all that mattered,
But you could have told the story. You could have acted it out just the same.
I would have tried, I guess.
I could be David Childers. David Childers.
I tried.
I got too much hair.
I'm halfway through my last game, but I got y'all shared out. Concentrate on your game, Jeremy. We got this.
Sorry.
So John Coughlin is a friend of mine locally, and this is probably his first podcast to watch.
Oh, cool.
Hi, John. Nice to have you.
Yeah. Good to see you, John.
It might be your last if we keep on, too.
Well, the good thing is he's known me since I was real little, so he knows how I am, so he's good.
Well, has he seen you on a show before?
No, we know each other from high school.
Okay, now that I'm done being a smartass, please tell us about yourself.
Nothing really. I mean, been paranormal investigator for multiple years now. Had exciting chances and, to get on film with certain television stations. That's really about it. I mean, there's nothing really special. I'm just David, the paranormal investigator,
You've met a lot of people along the way.
Yeah. I met some cool cats and, cats and catsets over the years. A lot of amazing people beside, Eileen Jones. So, that right there is just thrown out of the water. It's probably the worst mistake of my life.
Hold on, you've had 2 years from today. Happy friend anniversary.
Yes, happy friend anniversary.
That you could have walked away from me, and you're still at my hip.
I couldn't because every time I tried to, you chloroform me. I couldn't.
Yeah, wait a minute. If I remember this right, you got him to come on.
Yeah.
So who's hip here? Wait a minute.
I love him. Shh, don't tell anybody.
The only reason she did because she didn't have another guest to fill a spot, and she was like, "You know what? I feel pity for David. Let me go ahead and get him on." That's all it was to it.
pretty much.
I don't know. You've been
I
on a
kinda
couple of
figured it
podcasts
was-
with me. We kind of like you.
I mean, I kind of figured it had to have been through Eileen.
No, actually, that's one thing about David. And I told Eileen this a long time ago when I first met David. She had told me who he was, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I think I sent him a friend's request, and he actually talked. I was like, "What the hell? Somebody who actually talks that's not too big for their head? Really?"
Well,
And I think I sent that message to you, Eileen. He
You
actually
did.
talks.
but I was like, he's just David. I mean,
You know, he's just David. But to people that don't know him, he's David.
I don't think about David, who's been on Ghost Adventures, who's been on Haunted Hospitals, who's been on Paranormal 911, who's been on. I just know him from the dude down the road. If I wanted to go hang out, drive down the street, 45 minutes. That's how much
Not
I love him.
anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
Now you got to fly.
He can drive.
Well, I mean, all of us, I mean, we should be in it for the right reasons in the paranormal field. Not to out there to try to get famous, man. Just get out there, share your stories, let people know the dangers of it and the pros, cons of paranormal investigating. That's all it is. I mean, we should all be out there for the right reasons, to collect evidence, try to get the holy grail of the paranormal. And that's why we have a passion for it, because we
That
love
was
it.
my post a couple of weeks ago, a few days ago.
Very true.
Oh, cool.
Something about there's two kinds of people. There's, hi, Ben.
What's up,
There's
Ben?
the ones that
See you,
are,
Scotty.
famous, that they're just assholes from this point. And then there's the ones who actually give a crap about people, and they talk to people, and they learn from other people. They don't stop learning because they're God.
Well, yeah, you have to learn. None of us are. There is no such thing as, I guess, they're a professional, but somebody that actually knows everything about the paranormal field. There's no such thing as that. I mean, we all learn each and every day. Every investigation we go to, we learn. I love learning from other investigators. There's so many styles and techniques out there that we pick up all the time. I mean, because sometimes I'll stay at a standpoint and not even worried about thinking about new ideas, because I've been doing it for so long. It's just like I'll just use old school stuff. But there's so much new school stuff out there that is just amazing. I don't see why we didn't learn about it years ago, because a lot of people like to sit here and keep their secrets, and I don't blame them, about new styles and stuff like that, and new equipment type way that are just simple and you can get for free, and it's just and you just create. And I don't blame them for keeping that. I mean, I really don't, because they get their evidence from it. Next thing you know, their idea gets out there and somebody else takes the credit for it, and it's like, well, I came up with that idea. I don't blame them. It's done got to where it's cutthroat, and it has been that for years.
Yes.
Even 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 7, 5, 20 years ago, it was the same thing. And it's always going to be like that, and it always will. I mean, we're human beings, and that's how we're wired.
And Mr. Jeff, I did say hi to you. Don't you dare.
And
I did wave to you too.
I'm about to say Loudmouth was talking. I didn't want to interrupt him, so I waved.
And there was something interesting brought up not too long ago that I want to try, and I don't know the idea behind it or why this person suggested this, but for a while we've been trying the dog whistle that Jeremy York had suggested and thought of. Okay, great. We've gotten some good things on it, but somebody suggested, do EVPs, is there a difference in the time frame that they show up on our recorders with the altitude change?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, what made
question.
them think that, what scientifically made them say that, but we're going to try this.
I've heard that. I heard that first is probably about 12 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. That was brought up, and even with even Ashley Storm brought up about even going through doing EVPs in the ocean and stuff down deep that, with altitude change, it could be a difference. It could be a lag in it. It could be, dead on balls accurate. That's something that we would definitely have to just document and try to, understand exactly what's going on with it. I mean, that's like, certain decibels that recorders pick up. They even go into white noise, brown noise, pink noise. Pink noise supposedly sets off radio frequencies, and see if that could incorporate with the EVPs as well. See if that would actually hurt them, help them. I don't know.
Right.
It's all kinds of stuff out there.
And that's what we're trying now, is because I'm in Colorado now, so I'm way up here. We've got, Jeremy in Indiana, where it's kind of mid. And then we have people in Galveston in, like at sea level. So we're going to try to all kind of collaborate and see, it may not show up anything, but it is worth trying to say, okay, we checked this off the list. This isn't working, or it is.
Well, you can also try, if you're all in those different areas, do like not a live feed, but all of y'all get on Zoom or StreamYard or whatever and don't go live. And while you're testing out and see if you get the EVP, see if the EVPs would come on on here. And then try to figure out and then go over your recorder, see who got the strongest EVP out of all of them, and see how that worked out. See if there is a time a lag between it.
Jeff, thank you. Love you.
I love the goat now.
John, here's
Now,
us. What about Native
I don't want
American
to skip
Council?
over this.
Yeah.
Somebody, where's it at? I don't see it now. Okay, here we go. I don't know who the Facebook user is. David, you might know.
Yeah, I
Says,
saw
hey,
that.
David, remember me and my handicapped son? You helped.
I didn't see that somehow at first.
I don't see it on mine.
They got it on the screen, David.
Yeah, I got it on the screen.
Yeah, I see it. I was just trying to look on Facebook to see who it is.
Tell us who you are.
You got to let StreamYard give you permission to show your name.
All we see is Facebook.
I've I've helped out. I've helped out a few, situations like that. Absolutely, over the years.
Hi, Terry.
See you, Terry.
And let me say this for anybody who's kind of new on here. If I pick on David, that's my brother. We're cool like that. It's not me being rude to him. But on the same note, I've known David for several. Where the heck? I've known him for several years. He really does care. When it comes down to an investigation, he truly cares and does try to get down to the bottom of what is going on and try to help out if he's able to.
If I'm not able to, I'll be the first one to say, "Hey, look."
And you will find someone who can.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's all you get for niceness for me. There you go.
I'm the same way. It's like, okay, we've got the Catholic Church on speed dial. Let's do this if we need to.
Exactly.
House clearing. No, that's not me.
Karen,
this is who it is.
Corcoran.
Karen Corcoran.
Remember the little girl that I sent you the EVP that was left on my ex's phone?
Oh, yeah. I think I do remember that. Yep. Absolutely. I think I do remember that. Yep. It's so many cases out there that just wrap up, and I try to get documented evidence and try to keep up with it. But after the last moving from Mississippi, a lot of my stuff's still down there too.
Yeah. I got files like this.
Including your friend.
I know. What, woman?
I said, including me. You left me.
I did that on purpose.
Okay, John.
Joking.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. What?
Yeah, I don't know what.
He hit me up today. He does live around Indian burial grounds and different things like that.
Okay.
And so,
and then Ken here said, "I need to get a professional occultist on speed dial, babies."
I have one. I have one, no doubt. I have 3.
What? I don't exactly know what those are. The speed dial babies. What are those?
Is a person that belongs to a cult, a different religion, and depending on the situation, you need different religions to handle different problems. Depending on what it is, like if it's you know, thank God I have never run across one, but a possession, I'm going to call a bishop. I'm going to call a father. And they have to do some research before they're going to come, because they're not just going to show up to any case. I mean, they actually get in there and do some research. So it takes a bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why I'm open to every religion being a part of the paranormal field as well.
Yep.
You never know, like you said, Ms. Hart, you never know what you're going to run into.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly why I try to look at different kind of religions. I'm open to it. You know, me, I'm a Christian. I've always been, but also open up to other stuff, because you never know what you're going to walk into. You can walk into a certain situation that needs a voodoo priest. You need a hoodoo priest. You need a Wiccan. You need, you know, like priest and this and that. You never know. You never know what kind of entity you're going to deal with, because I mean, they were humans too, and they believed in other different kind of stuff, religions. Say if I'm out there, if I'm investigating Salem, you know, I mean, it's going to be either Christian or it's going to be Wiccan. I mean, you never know.
Exactly.
And that's what I've tried to explain to people, and nobody understands it. But there was a guy that does, what was it? Sociology and psychiatry. And I said, you know, I don't even try to understand that stuff, because nobody can be put in a box.
Yep.
You could have gone through the same thing I did, and we're going to handle it differently. You cannot be put in this box and think that somebody's going to handle it the same way, and you treat them the same way. Okay. So I was telling him, I said, okay, nobody understands this. I don't expect you to. I am Christian, but I also believe in Wiccan, pagan. I think there is things you can get from the earth. Just because I believe in God doesn't mean I don't believe in the earth also, that it's here to help.
Exactly.
So people don't understand that, and I study other religions. I don't practice them, but I do study.
Yeah.
So I can't go and do a house clearing for somebody who's an occultist, like Ken said, but you know, he can. Occultist is someone who practices the ancient arcane arts of magic.
See, yeah, I'm still reading it too.
Okay. I am completely lost on that word. I've been once since I was 11.
And now he done taking it off while we're still trying to read here.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you guys were still reading. Sorry.
Okay. I work with angels. I work with jinn. Work with human spirits. I've done it all for many years. If you guys need a resource, contact me. I have a podcast called The Wizard's Table.
Wizard's Table.
If you will put the link in chat, I'll be glad to check that out, Ken. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
okay. Yeah. You guys are done with that one, right?
What? And now, it's kind of weird for me asking questions because I know all these answers, but what got you into the paranormal? What was your first really thing that goes, oh, there's something else out there?
Well, I think it was mostly like, probably got me into it, trying to like stop me from running into people like you. And
but you still did.
I know it still did, so it didn't work. No, I'm joking. Well, basically, when I was 13 years old, I lived in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Of course, it was Civil War battleground, one of the biggest civil wars back in the day. Took part of it, but and my family, they lived on Civil War battleground. I just got through watching Crocodile Dundee, and I was like, I went outside and I put my snake skin boots on. I made a Bowie knife out of wood, this and that, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to play Crocodile Dundee, right? Oh my God, dude! I even had like shorts on. I mean, cut off shorts. It was insane. But it was getting dusk, and I looked over to Woodline. There was a Civil War soldier. He had a beard, looked like a Confederate uniform on. I mean, it was a full body apparition. Ran inside, told my dad. He thought I was just using my imagination, this and that, and it just went on from there. I loved horror movies, scary stories, and just started doing research and available at that time. And that's how it went. Started first Paranormal Teen. Looking for Karen Baskin.
Thanks, John.
That's how it went. I mean, it just went from there. Started first Paranormal Teen, goes under the stream back in the day whenever the ghost hunting thing got on the internet. Actually, it was right before it came on TV. Right before I think Ghost Adventures came on first, and then
We're telling our age, David.
Yeah. But
Before we knew what internet was.
I mean, let's just say I was still
It
in
was
school
dial-up.
at that time.
it was dial up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, Jeff. Thank you.
Oh, good to see you, Jeff.
Now, when you saw that full body apparition, did you think it was actually a person standing there? Did you know something's really weird about it?
I knew it was a spirit because I mean that trailer. It was a 2-bedroom trailer we lived on the property. It was always shit going on all the time, and like TV going on and off. And it was older TVs back then. Smoke alarms going off. Those are the one built in to the trailer. Waking up in the middle of the night, looking over at the aquarium. I mean, I can only see half of the aquarium whenever I was young because it was like in a little living room like area from my room, and seeing a light cut on, light cut off, seeing a shadow go by it. And I mean, I just knew. I mean, I've always known. And plus with my mother, she had abilities. Her side of the family always had abilities, and I just acquired them from there. And
So what abilities do you have?
Besides being a dork?
yeah, let's stick with the dork thing. I don't like putting that out there, but just say I've acquired some gifts over the years, and it's got a lot stronger. But that's really about it on that. I like looking at the scientific part of it and using those abilities. And try to get validation from it, and see if they are correct, which is on that end, either the scientific end or my end, or if somebody else is in there that has those abilities as a witness. So,
and I
So
think
when you go somewhere, do you
Right.
like say, don't tell me anything about it. Just stop.
he's not the big researcher.
Is this
Let
still
everybody
current
else do that
contact?
I'm not either, but I want everybody to not tell me about it. Just don't.
I go into every investigation blind, except for the big locations. Of course, people would tell me about it, but I don't want to hear anything about it. Nothing. I just like going into it blind.
I'll have my notebook with the research, and then of course, because David and I were on the same. I was on his team, and when we would go somewhere, I'd have my book with all the research, but I would not tell him until something started hitting on it.
Right.
You're echoing. Why?
Yeah, I was going to say,
noticed
I could have sworn I heard echoing.
I noticed that, but it's not doing it now.
No, it's not.
It was David's fault. Now, David, one thing that you said was that your dad didn't believe you and all. And what people who don't know you, Big Daddy was part of your team until you left. How did you convince, and Big Daddy's his dad, how did you convince Big Daddy to start the paranormal?
I took him to an investigation at Parkview Hospital in Vicksburg just for the hell of it, and he thought it was fun. Went out there and he saw his first shadow person straight on. And he was like, he got so excited and he just went from there. And he just started going on, and he wanted to witness it. It was just, it's an addiction. That's what, I say it all the time. That's why on our show, It's on a Network, mine and Chris Sanders, I always end it at, hey, look, be sure next week to tune in and get your paranormal fix, because it's addicting. It really is addicting. And that's whenever it gets addicting, then the passion kicks in. You start digging deeper into it. It just goes from there,
I don't know who all saw the post. Jeremy was here over the last weekend. And somehow we found, actually Zach found, that the lady that named the Ouija board was in a cemetery an hour from us. Like, her tombstone was there. I'm like, no, we have to go do this. We have to see this. So we went. We got there like right before dark, and the cemetery's like huge, and all the tombstones look pretty much alike. And they got the, I don't know what you call them, sarcophagus. I don't know.
It's under the ground tombs.
What do you call them?
The above ground tombs.
Above ground tombs, yeah.
Yeah, and like Jeremy,
like mausoleums.
Mausoleums. That's another
yes,
one. Yeah.
Yes. like Jeremy, he's got the patch on the one eye that he has to keep now for right now. So that eye was dark forever. And these they were like little windows. And he moved his patch to see if he could see in there. And because he could, because it was so dark. And he was like, look, I see coffin or I don't know if it was coffins or like slide outs. And he's like, I see 3 here and 3 here. Everybody's like, no, we don't want to see this. Just get away from there. Just get away. But they were everywhere. And we were looking. I thought, this cemetery's acres. There's no way we're going to find this. And nowhere said where it's at.
Yeah.
All we knew is there was a sun, just like the Ouija board sun on the top of her tombstone. Okay. So they stopped to look at some governor of Colorado or some crap. So I'm looking at the other direction. I'm like, there it is. I opened that car door. I was gone. That's all I want to see is that right there. I don't care about nothing else. Let's go see. But, I never felt anything in that cemetery. But, they had tombstones on top of each other, like 3 and a foot. It was bad. But just seeing that was just cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That's kind of honestly how I imagine like the person that made the Ouija board. I mean, seeing the grave with the sun on, that's kind of how I imagine it would look like.
Well, it was actually her brother-in-law.
Oh, her brother-in-law. Okay.
And him and 2 friends patented it and sold it, somewhere. But when they went to sell it, they said, the company they were going to sell it to said, if you can prove to me that this works, we'll buy it. And they were like, okay. And of course they were all nervous, but the head guy over there said, if it can tell me my name, then I'll buy it. And it did. Now, whether that was coincidence, whether somebody knew it, nobody knows.
Yeah.
But it told him its name and they bought it from there and then Mattel bought it. So.
No, that's interesting.
Wow.
Cool. That is definitely interesting.
It is. There's so many stories about it though that none of them make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But the story I found the most fascinating is it said they asked it, what do you want to be called? It said Ouija.
Ouija, really?
Yeah. I mean, it's a bunch of letters.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's a bunch of letters. And then they asked it a question and it said good luck. Now, sarcastic, like good luck.
Yeah.
Or, who knows?
Good luck.
That's the story behind it. And I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm surprised you guys didn't film that live because I think that would have been cool to see on video.
I took pictures of it and posted it, but there was really nothing to film live. Nothing happened. There was no feelings in that cemetery. It was just there.
Well, it's kind of like almost any time you're going somewhere. It's like very few things happen when you've got a camera going. But the moment you turn that camera off, it's like, everything goes chaotic.
It's like the most stressful part because it's like just when you're giving up, boom, all of a sudden things go crazy or something. Once the camera's shut off, they're actually waiting for that moment.
Oh my God. A couple of weekends ago, we investigated the Shanley Hotel in New York.
I saw that. Yeah.
And, oh my God. No, wait a minute. No. That right there was insane. We did catch a lot on camera, especially whenever something rusted me and Mandy from Katie and Mandy they actually got a show on our network, Totally Weird and Twisted Podcast, Twats. I love them. They are amazing. But got video of something rushing at me and Mandy, which was insane. And then what was the SK Pierce Haunted Mansion down in Mass? We investigated that with Bentley Paranormal and, of course, me and Chris and Jason. We investigated that. It was so crazy because the piano, they have a piano and they have a doll, a puppet. And they set it used to sit on the bench and then they set it on the back and it was stable and everything. Well, me and Jason and Chris, we walked out and we were looking at the piano and Chris went over there and touched one of the high keys, barely touched it. And as soon as he touched it, the doll whoop, fell over. It was heavy. It was like it got pushed over hard because as soon as it went over, its head bounced up
Oh no.
And there was no way. I looked, and we weren't rolling. We were like, oh man, we totally missed it. And me and Chris and Jason were like, what the hell? There's no way. We tried to redo it. We set it back up again, and nothing. I mean, we couldn't do it. There was no way the vibration was going to make that doll fall. It was up against the wall. So we didn't film it.
I was going to say, I was thinking you would, but man, one of those examples.
We're expecting it. And we were filming all night. You know, Chris was doing his stuff for TikTok. I was doing stuff for the intro for a show. And it would just, at one point, we didn't have any. It always happens like that, man.
Well, see, I was mad at Donald the night, I think it was the first night you and I had actually stayed the night over at the old Southern Funeral Home. When you're at the funeral home, okay, there's another echo, but it's not me.
It is
Not coming from my end.
It is you.
I mean, it's me that's echoing, but still. Okay, it's gone now. We were when you're staying the night at the old Southern Funeral Home, now there's a couch or you can bring air mattresses, but we like to sleep on pews. And there's one camera that's facing the front, but it's behind a few pews. Well, David's favorite pew after this night was the one right in front of the camera, and mine's the one right in front of it. And so we're sitting there, and it was still dark outside. I don't remember what time it was.
It was like maybe 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
I think we had finished investigating about just 1 or 2, so we weren't like really deep in sleep. And I woke up and I sat up because I had heard something. And of course, I didn't say, but I looked over. David's still asleep, what I thought was asleep. But about the time I'm laying back down, I guess he sat up. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, he could hear me kind of going back down, but I couldn't really hear him getting up. And so we were talking about the next morning when we actually woke up. And I was like, the weirdest thing happened to me. And we started talking. We both heard a scream. And it wasn't like a scream outside or a scream somewhere. It was like somebody in your face screaming.
I got chill bumps. Yeah, I know. It was crazy. And plus, it felt like something was watching me.
Yeah. And it was like, really I kept going, Donald, look this up. Look. Of course, that would happen to be when he got really busy and forgot to look it up, and it got recorded over.
Yeah.
But it was almost like somebody's face was in my face screaming, and David kind of had the same scenario that night.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was probably, I keep forgetting about that. I keep saying what the weirdest thing, but that's got to be one of the weirdest things.
I see you're fixing to go to Old Park Hotel here pretty soon.
Who, me or David?
You.
I mean.
Yes, I am. I was supposed to be there with David last year, but David decided to go to New Hampshire.
David's not going again this year, huh? I didn't see his picture up there.
It's too far. I know. I wish
nobody likes David.
It's just too far away. I would love to go down to Old Park. I mean,
where's that at? Old Park?
It's in Ballinger, Texas.
Oh, well, that's a far
I'm going to tell you what.
I love being in Connie.
Yeah, that was my first paranormal experience ever.
Really?
That was the one thing that I will give somebody credit for, that I'll never give them credit for anything else, but that is one. I did research because it was my first investigation. I just kept doing research. And the main thing that popped up was killing Jim Miller. They called him the Deacon. He's supposed to have been there. And he robbed things, whatever. But he also went to church on Sundays, and nobody knew, they knew the good side of him and not the bad side of him. So I did research. I did his wife's name, his kid's name. I know the last words he said when he died. I know where he was hung, all that. So when we got there, I was calling him out. I'm like, tell me. I was just rattling off. I heard a whistle. I'm looking around. I said, did you hear that? And they're like, no. Okay. Happened 3 times. Nobody heard it but me. When we played back the video, it was on there 7 times. It was like a cowboy calling his horse. And I was like, okay, that was pretty cool. That was validation. I'm good. A week later, I was at home. I was working graveyards. I come home about midnight. Lived way out in the country, nobody around. And I heard that whistle. I'm like, somebody's out here calling their dog. They got to be, because this ain't happening. And that same night, we had this plaque that's been on our bed for over a year. And the bed was solid, like it was handmade solid. It had a spur on it, a bottle opener, and something else. That thing came down, hit my husband, pierced his ear, and through to his head.
Ooh.
And he swears to this day I did it. I did not do it. Had nothing to do. I was asleep.
Sure.
I
Now
knew
we
who
get
did
the
it.
whole story.
I wish I would have now, but I knew who did it. And we had to have a little discussion about go away. But that was just cool. So that's my experience there. I love that place.
So I'm going to assume this is still Karen asking, have you been to Myrtles Plantation? I don't know if this is still her.
Probably
David.
I'd love to go there.
I'd love to go there too.
I would like to go. It's just, I don't know. The Myrtles, there's no actually written documentation of Chloe even existing. And, back then slaves, they had titles just like cars, nowadays that. And there's no written down absolute evidence of her even being alive. So I don't know. I've talked to people and they said they've had experiences there. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I might eventually break down and do it. It's just, I don't know.
Right. Can't just
In the Mississippi
That's like
area.
the Stanley Hotel. I'm not going.
Leaving on the 28th, I'm going on the Harrisonville farmhouse, the Conjuring House. This will be the first time an occultist has ever went there to help a team. The team I work with is here in North Florida called Outcast Paranormal.
Nope, fuck that place. Nope.
I was waiting for David's response on that one.
What's wrong with that?
I've been there. We've investigated and got some crazy shit happening. Yeah.
I was going to say, is it that bad?
Okay.
It's definitely intense. I don't know if I would go back because of the stuff I saw.
Okay.
3 full body apparitions, something basically acting like coming out of the well. Susan, Stormy Daniels' doll, haunted, Ed and Lorraine Warren doll, thrown out of the back of the vehicle. While nobody was outside. Seatbelt was unbuckled too as well. Door wide open. That place was insane. I mean, the whole time it was actually filming for Spooky Bay's Paranormal Show, and it was insane. There was just stuff I saw.
Now that's not the place you went running while you were peeing, right?
No, that's Wilson Castle.
Okay.
That's in Vermont.
Yeah, Wilson Castle, Vermont.
Yeah.
I told you I know too many stories.
Yeah, that was
probably.
It's really.
Okay. Because it actually is really what you would think would happen because it proves that, even though we're paranormal investigators, we want this. When you are not prepared for something, even the most, invested investigators, been doing it for years, can still take off running. So tell the story about David running while peeing.
Well, I mean, it was funny, but yet not funny because it really freaked me out.
It's funny now.
Yeah, it is now. Like we were in the kitchen area and stuff, keeping warm because it was cold outside. So I went outside. Since it was right there, I went out around back to take care of business. And around back where I was, there's the stairway, and it's going down to the basement. Okay, so I'm out there, taking care of business. Next thing you know, where their door was, I'm like 5 foot from it. I hear something. I swear I thought it was a person running up those stairs. I swear I thought that door was going to just swing open. Scared the hell. I thought somebody was about to attack me. And at this time, I was thinking about getting away. And in midstream, I'm sitting here and I turn around and I run toward the door to about open it up. And then I realize my junk's hanging out. I'm like, oh, crap. So I put my junk up, opened up the door, and I told them about it. And Blade and Justin came out there. And they came out there and they had the flashlight and they were looking at the door. And I was telling them exactly what went on. And Justin was like, dude, you were midstream all the way around. I see where you turned around so fast. I mean, really freaked me out. where I thought I was about to get attacked. I was scared. I thought it was a human. I thought maybe somebody
Broke
was.
in.
This is in the middle of nowhere, the cornfields and all that, dude.
You already had problems. That's where you had problems even getting there.
Oh, I know. Yeah, exactly. So
it's like the whole place was saying, "Don't come."
Yeah, I mean, totally insane. Totally insane. I mean, it scared the hell out of me. Not
Sure.
That's where when you say during an investigation, when you're doing a public event, if you see an investigator run,
you run.
Run faster.
You better run.
You better run.
Yeah.
But
So let's see. Okay, so Charles said, I don't get this. He's like, did you saw Ballinger, Texas? The hell is that?
I wonder if they meant, did you say Ballinger?
Did you say Ballinger? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's what I thought.
Ballinger, Texas. Yes.
Yeah, Old Park Hotel, OLDE Hotel.
Owned by Dan and Connie.
Now, correct me if this is still Karen. You should go. I went and had a weird feeling. Took pictures of the roof, and 2 kids showed up. Sent it to them. They asked if they could use my picture for website. Not sure if it's there now.
Okay, you're talking about you went up on the 2nd floor in one of those rooms that you could open the door, and it led to like the outside porch on the ceiling, or on the roof.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Walk upside down.
Are they talking about the
been a long day.
Plantation still? Or are they talking about the Conjuring House? I'm not sure.
I think they're talking about Myrtles.
Okay, I think that's what I figured.
Yeah, that's like the Stanley Hotel. I'll go take pictures, but I'm not going. I am not spending $300 a night for something that's
it's
overrated.
expensive as hell.
The Stanley
Hotel, yeah.
Dude, y'all should go to the Shanley Hotel. That place was so cool. It was me, like I said, it was me, Chris Sanders. It was Katie Mandy from Totally Wood and Twisted Podcast, and April, oh my God, Bazette. She's going to kill me for butchering her name. But we were all there, man. Oh my God, there was so much stuff that it was so active that night. Really, I came down to it where even Chris, I think Chris did too. We went ahead and did a live feed of us sleeping because it was so much activity. That place is amazing, amazing. Y'all got to see the video of something rushing me and Mandy. And we'd sit here. Yeah, I mean, it's on my wall. I put it in It's Haunted Network Facebook page. I put that on there, and we're sitting here. All right, we're in the other room investigating. Next thing you know, Mandy hears a piece of her and Katie's equipment go off in the next room. So we go in there, and our back is toward the wall. And we're looking at the equipment. We're talking. Next thing you know, you hear something like slide up against the wall. It's loud. You can hear it in the video. It goes. Whoosh. Only thing I can think of it was that metal chair leaning up against the wall. We turn around. You see that metal chair. Then you hear like little scratching. And I say, "Can you do this again?" Next thing you know, boom, 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 boom. Something rushed toward us. It was like something on all fours. That's what we brought. You could only even think of. It sounded like something on all fours, and it like stopped dead in front of us. It was so screwed up. I mean, it's so freaky that I jumped in front of Mandy and just held my arms up just to barricade her. I mean, and all you see with her with the camera, and you can see back of my bald head. That was me in front of her, like afraid she was going to get jumped. And I mean, it just stopped right then and there.
That's awesome because most people's instinct would be to put somebody in front of them.
Yeah.
No, David's very. I get asked the question all the time. What has anything negative ever happened to you? And most everybody I've investigated with, I have met through David, and David is very protective. I mean, other than when he tries to push me in a bonfire, other than that, I mean, as far as on a real scenario, he is.
Well, see, and that's what tells the real person is in a fight or flight situation what they do. Because I was with a team, I'm not going to mention names. I was with a team that faked things, would throw rocks from another floor to make somebody else think that they got something. And if I saw it, I'd be down there going, no, this is what happened. Look, I caught it on camera. You didn't catch anything. Stop.
And see, that's the thing. We can't sit. I can understand us out there, playing jokes on each other every now and then, but we own up to it and laugh. Right. this and that.
Immediately before
That's
it's put out.
Right, exactly. And it was like the time at SK Pierce. Chris was upstairs, and I think Jeff Ballinger told him, it was like, yeah, just go upstairs and just scare him, you know, or something like that. I think it was Jeff. Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. But anyway, Chris was hiding under the closet and making little bitty noises, this and that, and they're sitting here looking around. I'm videoing, and I'm like, oh, I know exactly what's going on, because I just sensed it. And next thing you know, they walk into the room, and Chris just steps out of the closet. Ah! Everybody screamed, this and that, but it was funny. And it was before the investigation. We just made everybody have a good time. That's just like at the USS Salem whenever Matt Warner scared the shit out of us.
Donald Martin loves doing it at the funeral home. He did that to Stormy. He hid in the closet.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun, but whenever you sit here and do it just to really screw with people and make them want to sit here and think it's real evidence,
right?
That's not good.
That's never good.
And that's just it. If I hadn't have been filming this person while this whistling was going on, I wouldn't believe it. Anything after that happened, I cannot claim it's paranormal. I got rid of the videos, done, because I can't promise that that's what happened.
Right.
I'm done.
I know we would joke around, cameras off, recorders off. We were getting ready. We were wrapped up. That's when we would joke around. But when you're in investigation mode, you're in investigation mode. It is.
That's right.
Like this. I don't care if you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs for 5-6 hours, whatever.
Yeah.
But once the equipment goes off, it's off.
Now, I got a kind of a medium there, because sometimes when things get too stagnant, you go up behind somebody and you scare them, and it gets the adrenaline going again. Sometimes it gets activity going again. But you do that in front of the cameras where everybody can see.
Everybody knows it's you.
Did.
Yeah.
I mean, you go into ghost mode.
Exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
So even like what Joanne just said, it's professional time.
Right.
Yeah.
And, I'm not downing anybody. I know there's people that don't take it as seriously. I don't deal with those people. I don't look at their evidence as serious. I look at it as funny.
Well, I mean, that's weekend warriors for you. That's somebody that's not
entertainment.
Exactly. That's all it is, and that's all I do. It was so funny. Somebody posted on I forgot what it was. Somebody posted on something. It was talking. Oh, I know what it was. It was an event being thrown up here. Where was it at Wilson Castle, I believe. Yeah, and I didn't know this person. I mean, she's actually a drag queen. She's in the paranormal field, this and that, and holding an event. And I had no idea. I just saw the ad and I clicked on it because I saw Wilson Castle. And I was like, yeah, the place is amazing. Love it. Got some cool stuff there. And this guy got on there and was like, well, I'm friends with the boyfriend of the owner, blah, 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 this and that. There's no spirits there. And I'm like, dude, you're going to sit here and try to trash this person's event and you've never been there just because you don't believe anything. I mean, it don't make any sense. I mean, just because she's a drag queen and in the paranormal field, okay, whatever. It's something new. I mean, it's actually pretty, it'd be entertaining. I mean, that person could bring a lot of sass to it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But still, the thing is, no matter who it is, you don't sit here and say that. So I get on there and I say, hey, look, dude, I have evidence there. So I've been in the field 22 years now, and I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you places that is haunted and it's really not haunted. I'll keep my mouth shut, but I have experience.
Hold on. I got to cut you off. Can you put the comment? Guess who I got on the Facebook? That's Big Daddy.
That's him?
That's Daddy.
Hey, Dad.
Okay, so John, I don't want to overlook John's comment.
This one right here? Or the one before that?
No, the one before that. I know you live closer to Eileen and all those guys.
Yeah.
But anytime you're closer to Colorado, you are absolutely welcome to come with us anytime.
Yeah, same with us here in Chicago.
Don't care.
Got a number of places here in Chicago, so it's same thing for us too.
Nick and Adrian, Facebook user.
Yeah, who is this?
You gotta tell us who you are, guys.
Shane Thomas.
Frustrating. And
It's
these are all in caps.
Sam
Someone
Thomas.
has an interest in me because they put my name in caps.
That's Sam Thomas that said Nick.
Oh, it's Sam Thomas. Okay.
I say,
This is for Todd Eskew, and he should know what that means.
Todd,
What's going on, Todd? Woo!
be right back.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm so
What?
mad that you took, that you like met Todd and them, because no,
Oh, wow.
that's too many people getting to know each other. Too many people I like to pick on.
Oh, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll bring it up weekend warrior thing. You got to be serious about stuff, That's all it is to it. And I mean, not serious, have fun, but I mean, just don't. You're not going to get rich off the paranormal field unless you're that. That's all it is to it. I mean,
And if you do, tell me how you did it.
I know, right? But the whole thing is just trying to get the Holy Grail of the paranormal, the evidence, and prove it is real, which it's still going to get torn apart, which that's fine because that's what we do. That's what we're out there to do.
Now, I've noticed you've been posting a lot more evidence lately, like you just said. Have you been getting a lot of positive feedback from the evidence? Are you having a lot of those people that just want to just bash your evidence? Because there's those people out there too. And
I know. I don't get it. I mean, I used to years ago, but now it's don't get it. I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, if they want to inbox me and tell me, yeah, sure, I'm open-minded. I don't care. Go ahead. But, the evidence I would put out there is something that I really can't explain. If I can explain it, sure as hell ain't going out there.
Nick, by the way, you're still Jeremy on your photo.
Oh, gee. Oh, I see. I had to get up for just a second. I didn't realize his picture would show him. Damn it.
Well, we have Jeremy on now, evidently.
That's hilarious.
And he's still bowling.
But yeah, I mean, if you put evidence out there, it's going to get torn apart, which is actually it's a good thing, as long as people aren't nasty and stuff,
Well, it's when it's about to say, that's what I'm saying. Please, if I ever post evidence, you and I have sat there before and have really just, just sat there and go, okay, what else could this be? And sat there, try to recreate. That's fine. But to sit there and just blatantly just bash something.
Well, a lot of that, I'm sorry to interrupt, Eileen. A lot of that is.
No, you're not.
You got that shit right. A lot of that is mostly just my opinion about the situation. It's like they think they know it, but they really don't. Just because, if you're not there, you can't really say anything. Be respectful. Inbox that person and say, hey, look, could it be this? Could it be that? Blah, 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 blah. Don't get out there and bash it. Oh, yeah, that was this. That was that. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, you weren't there. You don't know the whole situation,
Because I send you a lot of my evidence.
Yeah.
Going, hey, or something people send me. This is what I think it is. What do you think? A lot of times we're on the same page.
Right.
But, you might have other outputs on it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's something, I don't know how many of you guys get, which I'm sure you get a lot, just like I do. Look at this. Check this out. What do you think this is? Mm-hmm. And my response is the same every time. I wasn't there to know who was in the house. I wasn't there to know what angle it was at.
Any kind of conditions.
Yeah.
Uncontrollable conditions.
Yeah, I can't tell you. That's my response every time. Unless I was there, I cannot tell you, and I can't discount it either.
Well, I can vouch for David because, again, I have been there. I have sat with him reviewing evidence. I have sat with him when evidence is captured. If he posts evidence, granted, there's always something you may not have ever thought of.
Right.
Yeah.
But he has gone through everything in his head to try to figure out what it's not.
Right.
And again, I think we talked about this before. That is the most nerve-wracking thing when you've gone through and you're like, okay, maybe this is, and you're like, well, maybe it was this. And you go, crap, that's what it was. I just spent not only an hour trying to capture this evidence, but an hour trying to recreate it. to find out that it's not evidence.
90% of evidence out there you can debunk. It's not going to be paranormal. The other 10% is going to be unexplainable, which the definition of paranormal is something unexplainable.
Yep.
When I first
I've had, I still
was
never.
like, look what I caught. And then
exactly. It was like,
and go, oh my God, no, I didn't.
I could actually picture like probably one of the best like pieces of evidence that I was actually able to debunk. And this was now almost 10 years ago, believe it or not. Long story short, we were investigating the Rossville Opera House, which is kind of more in the central Illinois area of the town of Rossville. Really, definitely really great place to investigate. But the investigators that were with us, he comes up to me. He's like, you got to see this picture I got a shadow figure. He's holding a gun. He's wearing a wide brim hat. He shows me the picture. And I told him right there that that's me standing there.
Oh
it was my shadow that was captured. And the supposed gun that was in the hand, that was me holding my phone texting.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of a bit of
Wait, hold on. Mr. Chris Sanders is in the house.
Oh, Chris. There he is.
David, you're a witch?
No, he meant to put the B word. I mean, the B in front of it. That's what he meant. But
so he's talking about you now.
Yeah, he's talking about me now.
I didn't know if you converted him to be talking about me.
Okay.
Well, no, he gets more out of it talking about me. That's what he gets off at.
Have you not figured out that's the common denominator people have when they meet you?
Who's this Facebook user? Because
is this still Karen?
Says, why would Spirit push you? Yes, I demanded him to leave Cody alone. After that, I called in a team, scared me. Okay. Why would a spirit push you?
There's different reasons.
The same reason that a spirit is going to push something off a shelf. The same reason that it's going to push a person. Okay, did you piss them off? Number one. As a human, as living, would you push somebody that challenged you? Yes, you would. So, and especially if that person couldn't see you, you're going to push them. You're going to punch them. You're going to scratch them. You're going to do anything you can do, especially if they can't see you.
On a side note to that, I do believe sometimes a pushing is not always negative.
It's
scratching
not.
is because it's like, hey, I'm grabbing your attention. And, oops, I hit you too hard.
I'm here. Look, pay attention. I'm here. Yeah.
So when people say it's always negative, no, I personally, again,
no.
Everything we do is 98% theory.
Right. Right.
So it's more, sometimes they could be trying to grab you to get your attention. And I mean, you could scratch. I mean, how many times have I grabbed someone's arm and accidentally scratched them?
Right. And that's something I've learned working with Reverend Sean. Reverend Sean.
Sorry, Nick.
Oh my gosh, Nick.
What?
That was hilarious. I saw you in the back, small and just getting
replay this later.
I didn't even think you guys could see this.
We can see. Reverend Sean Whittington. I have worked with him. He is an exorcist. He teaches exorcism. He is a wonderful guy.
Yep.
I read his book. Now, he has been through some hell. And starting with his parents who were also into this. Somehow demonic has followed him. And not like we think, Zach Bagans walks into somewhere and a demon got me. No. This guy actually had stuff follow him home. He almost died. His wife almost died. It was a bad deal. And his book tells the whole story. Yes, could it be, they were going to have cancer anyway? Yes, maybe. But this followed not only him, but another worker and other people home. It's just too coincidental.
Yeah.
But, okay, that's demonic. I get that. But somebody pushing you, like I was in Mineral Wells, Texas, and that's the first time I'd ever not got scratched, but felt the spirit touch me. That was, I don't know if it was a spirit. I don't know if it was evil, mean, whatever. But we were in the scratch room where people got scratched. We were playing cards, and all of a sudden I felt like somebody put a cigarette out on my wrist. There was nothing there. No scratch, no red, nothing I could prove. Nothing. Except for the pain for about 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So, I can't prove anything.
Yeah.
But I knew what happened. Was it evil? Probably not. Because if it was, it would have got me.
Most of the time, man, it's going to be. I mean, look, if you're an asshole during life, you're going to be an asshole during death.
Exactly. I've heard that so many times. So yeah, I definitely.
I mean, it's just don't go jumping out there, demon.
Yep.
If you really think you have something, something that you think really is, get a hold of Carl Johnson and
you want demon? It's that kid that's running up the wall in the hospital, up the ceiling that everybody saw. That's a possession. That's a demon.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not you walk into a house and you're scratched, or you walk into a house and you're puking. No.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Totally agree.
And I smell this. No, it's your damn partner farted. That's what you're smelling. Stop it.
Right,
and see, I'm not even into the smells. I mean, because you never know what your nose could be.
Right.
I never was into it and never will be into.
Nick,
you're still. Yep. Sorry.
Cody was handicapped with cerebral palsy and said he scared him. I was mad and very protective of him. I think he was mad. I kept telling Cody to stop talking to him. Cody has passed since. Okay, question. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but cerebral palsy, I know what that is, but did it affect his brain at all? Was he close to passing? Was he like where he could, maybe pass the veil, both sides of it? Or was it just something that was kind of picking on him?
Is this again? I'm gonna assume that's Karen, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really don't know.
So while we're waiting on her to respond,
while we're waiting on her to respond, you need to fix your hair. It looks like you have an ass on your head. I mean, it really does.
You're just jealous that there is hair here.
David, really quickly, I gotta say, I actually just went back onto the live feed on YouTube to see what you were talking about when I came back. That was pretty funny. I just showed up in a way.
Yeah.
You could have done that later. It's fine.
What's that?
You could have done that later. It was fine.
Hey, Jeremy's on.
While it was happening.
There he is.
John,
there we go.
No.
Hey, Nick, if I send the video to you, can you pull it up on here?
Yeah, I could share it on the screen.
All right, hold on. I want y'all to hear this. I want all of y'all to hear this. This is what Mandy caught.
Okay.
While you're doing that, Adrian, she did respond, and John, thank you for sending me from David.
Cody could see a lot. Okay. He was pretty close to death then, right? I mean, not being morbid or disrespectful. I'm just trying to figure out, could he maybe have been on both sides of it at that point?
And while we're waiting to hear back from her again, I think she looks beautiful.
Oh, Eileen, you look beautiful.
I paid him well. Like I said, I paid him back in high school to always be. I just tried not to bully him.
Not at that time.
Okay, yeah. Then I really have no theory on that. If it wasn't at that time. Either.
All right, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting on it to send right now.
But with also having any type of ailment, sometimes that does open you up to other experiences.
Yeah. I wish I would have known about this when my mom was passing, because she was in the hospital for 9 months at least. I was 8 years old, so it seems like years to me. I don't know how long she was really there, but she had cancer. She was in ICU for months and months and months. And we'd stand vigil for a long time, for nights, night after night, I would have to spend the night in the waiting room. But I wish I could have asked her then, what do you see?
Okay, I
Because
just got the. Sorry, Adrian, go ahead.
my dad kept reviving her, saying she didn't have a DNR, so he was overriding it, saying no, she's going to stay alive. And every time she'd come back, she was like, stop doing this shit to me. I want to go. Stop it. And so I'd like to know, after the first couple of times that she was revived, what did she see?
Interesting.
Very interesting. David, I just got your videos, so I'm going to share the screen.
All right, and keep in mind, like I said, you just got to listen after. Just got to play it a couple of times and see if y'all can hear it.
All right, so here you sent me 2 of them. So here's the first one.
Yeah, that one.
Oh wait, hang on.
We're not here to bother you. We're here to find out that you're here and take any messages you'd like to give us. What the fuck is that then? The fuck? Oh my god! What the fuck was that?
right whenever she says that, you hear do 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 do.
Yeah, let me rewind it because
it needs to be louder, but you can hear it.
This is as loud as it goes, unfortunately. Yeah. Yep.
Fuck was that?
I can't really hear because of all that bald shine as you rewind it.
Go back a little bit.
Okay. Was this like got a good part?
Go back some more.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Was that it?
Is it like the shh?
No, you just missed it. Go back. All right, just let it play, and I'll point whenever it's about to happen.
The fuck? Oh my god! What the fuck was that?
Do that again. It did it. Go back to the very beginning.
Okay.
I wish it was louder.
I wish there. This is as loud as it goes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually, no.
We're not here to bother you. We're here
Okay,
to
that sounds a
find
little bit
out
louder.
that you're here and take any messages you'd like to give us. What the fuck is that then? The fuck? Oh my god! What the fuck
Did
was that?
Did you hear the?
Yeah, this time I was gonna say I did hear it this time.
You heard
Yeah,
it that time. You can hear.
yeah, like kind of like that.
Yep.
Is there any more that from this video you want me to show, or do you want me to go right?
It was just that part right there. On that right there, you can hear the. It was running.
Yeah.
And that's whenever I jumped in front of her.
Right. Now, what was the second video that you sent?
No, it's the same thing. You don't have to play it.
Okay.
Yeah, that Mandy, that was video credit Mandy, and totally weird and twisted podcast. But you can go to my page and look it up. It's on a network where it's a lot louder. You can listen to it. Believe me, raw format, you can hear it loud and clear. You can actually hear the chair, that metal chair slide, and that's what made us turn around. She was like, "What the fuck was that?" And then that happened.
Right.
I'm too lazy to search, so send it to me, David, so I can listen to it.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Then Karen said, I believe she's seen her mother. Is she explaining like during the course of that investigation?
I think she's talking about Adrian seeing her mother.
Oh, Adrian. Okay. Now,
That's something I always, when I was younger, I always thought she would come and she would be able to talk to me, or she would say something, or she would appear. Never happened.
right.
That's why I was a skeptic. It never happened.
Gotcha.
Now, this comment kind
She
of got
didn't
my
want you to
attention.
hear her or talk to her. She didn't want you to hold on to it.
Well, guys, I hate to cut it, but I have to get up early in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. It's like, what time is it here? It's like 9:10.
Day 10 over here.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too, dummy.
Good see. Great seeing you
David,
as
thank
always.
you for
David.
coming.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
I'll
appreciate
I'll
y'all.
send you some more pictures later.
No. No. No.
Thank
That's
you.
not happening. Oh man. All right, Nick, Jeremy, Eileen, Miss Hart. Y'all have a good night. I really appreciate it again. And
You know, if you ever want to come on, I'm sure no one on here has a problem with if you ever want to come back on.
oh,
David.
I got a plug. Real quick before I go.
Yeah, tell everybody how they can find you.
I'm not worried about me. Look up It's Haunted Network. Mine and Chris Sanders, baby, that we have going on. Got a lot of people on there. A lot of good shows. Also, we have Chris. I'm part of the USS Salem Para Expo. It's coming up May 21st in Mass. Be doing some live feeds there, probably on my page. Also, Chris has got Sleepy Hollow Paracon coming up October 22nd. And that's going to be great. Who wouldn't want to go to Sleepy Hollow and, hang out? Sleepy Hollow, New York. Also, check out Get Haunted, not It's Haunted, Get Haunted Network. They have some amazing events coming up all over, the New England states, PA, New Jersey, New York. What else? Wicked. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's also a casting call out there as well. There's a casting call. If you were in the military, served in the military, and have a paranormal experience while you were serving or not serving, you can get a hold of Heather Finley. She's on Facebook. You can go to my page, see the link, and get a hold of her. And, maybe if you have a good story that you would like to put out there on a new hit television show, then go for it. Maloney Mushrooms, check them out. They got some great spices. Wish clothing, they're amazing as well. It's so much stuff, so much great stuff you can check into. So anyway, shameless promotion. Yep, done.
Love you.
David, I got to actually reach out to you at some point because I know it's been a few months, but I know you were it was about that audiobook series. So I know it's been that hasn't been forgotten. I'll reach out to you about that later.
Okay, cool. Yep, definitely game, brother.
All right, David, great seeing you as always.
All right, you too. All right, good night, guys.
Good night, David.
Bye.
Good night.
Well, welcome, Jeremy.
Yeah, good to see you, Jeremy.
Yeah, it's a little bit later than I expected to be. We lost power.
Yeah, was there like a storm or something, or?
No, it was just in the bowling section. The rest of the casino was fine. There's nothing going on. Hardly a cloud in the sky, really.
We just had a thunderstorm come through here.
It's been rainy over here, but it's just rain showers, just the kind of more depressing weather over here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but just the bowling plaza itself, something happened. They lost power. It was right as we were walking out to the bowling lanes.
Oh, geez.
And it was almost an hour before we got started.
That had to have been like pretty disappointing, from the start.
Yeah, I guess it could be, but we were just rolling with it and having fun.
So pull up John's
yeah, I was about to pull
and
that
then I'll
up.
let everybody give their theory on that. Sorry I'm eating, but I did miss dinner tonight.
I don't
know.
But I do think that they can be taught, they manipulate the energy it's what I think in the past, there's a lot of things that you don't know when you're here. So I think they know a lot more than we do about how to manipulate things.
If you give me just 1 minute, I'm going to turn my camera off. I got a little surprise for all of you.
Oh, yes. You guys said you said you had a surprise for us. I remember.
Yep. Just give me 1 minute.
Now, I'm just going to go back. This was another one that think it was John who said it. Was it him or? Oh yeah, it was this. This kind of. I was being in my home and had a lot of head trauma that opened something to things I can't explain.
Near-death experiences, TBIs, trauma, usually near-death experiences. Anything to the brain will open something up.
Yep.
I don't want to go there to find out, but
John, and I love you. I just want to say that. You know, I love you.
Dawn also said this too. Children with special needs are very close to the other side.
They are.
That's definitely true.
Yeah. I think autism is. I think, depending on the scale.
Oh, you have the. Oh my God.
Is that your twin? Hear me? Is that your twin?
Yep. So I found out on Saturday that I was getting this thing.
Adrian, did you give it to him?
I did. I'm fixing to foster children, and it's just going to have to be in a drawer anyway because I cannot traumatize some kids.
Yeah.
So it needs to be somewhere where it can be out there.
Haunted or not haunted, that would traumatize a child.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I've been taking some pretty good pictures of it, sending it to Adrian.
You know, I just
So
sometimes.
does it have his name already, or have you named? Are you renaming it?
People are naming it, but I never did.
So Jeremy, have you named it?
I haven't given it a name yet, but I do have some names rolling around in my head. I'm trying to find one that fits her.
You know, I just can't help but imagine, Adrian, if you still had that doll, like one of these kids brought at school, and they're like, "So, what did you bring for show and tell today?" Well, I brought this special, this special doll.
I can just about imagine.
And the reason Jeremy got this doll is because this doll came from the temple, and he's been there almost as many times as I have. The temple is something that we're all close to.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time I went to the temple, we found that in a closet, and it was like where they made crafts and things in this closet. Nobody knew it was back there. Nobody that owned the temple knew it was back there. So we found it. We photographed it. We put it right back where we found it. Right back. And went on about our investigation. And a few months later, I got a message that said, "I'm throwing it away. I'm done." And I was like, "No, don't throw it away. Send it to me." It got sent to me. After it got sent to me, it got taken apart because the things that are in its head are crazy. And you can't see all of them just by shaking it. So it's got a bone in it. We don't know what the bone is. Is it a human neck bone? Is it a fish bone? We don't know. But there is a bone inside its head. There's a whippet. There is a key. There's a bike lock code in it. There's a string. There's twine in there.
And let me ask you that on the twine. Does it have little, like, has it been like, what is the word I'm trying to find out, where it's got little knots throughout it or anything? Okay. Just checking.
Just string. And I don't know what the significance is of any of it. It's got screws for eyeballs, and one of them won't stay sticking out. So I ended up putting everything back in there and gluing its body right back on. The doll's from the 1800s. What they did to its face, I don't know why, but they did. The rest of it is authentic. The dress is, the arms, the legs, all of it. Yeah, there's the bone.
Yeah. Who's Dean?
I was about to say, what's Dean?
Yeah,
That's
it says Dean
code.
Oh.
That's pretty modern. So I don't
So
know.
it's almost like someone's time capsule.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know what that's supposed to be, but no. It slept on my bed. It slept next to my
Or
bed.
that.
It's
I
never
got
got
the
lost.
ey back. I got the eye back in there.
Oh, okay.
Now, okay, I
good.
got a question. You flew to Colorado, right?
No.
Oh, you drove the whole way. I was about to say,
drove.
I would love to know what TSA said, but okay. Just
No.
really curious what TSA said.
It did get mailed to New Mexico. So I don't know. But
See, I thought Jan had this thing at first.
no, Stephen took it to Jan's house. And they
Okay.
took it apart together in Jan's house. And when they did it, they messaged me. They took pictures. I was against the whole thing, but they did it anyway. And then when they brought it back to me, it wasn't glued back together. So I had to put it all back in there and glue it back together. So that's where it sits.
The one thing I can make out for sure in there is like one of them eye hooks, the bolt with the hook on it, the circular parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty thick
got a
one too.
whippet from the what are those whipped cream things that you shake up the whipped cream? Somebody opened up a whipped cream can, took that out of there, and put it in it. Why? I have no idea. But
it's almost like somebody was trying to use this doll as a conjuring unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
and
questions
it has
you just don't
never,
have.
in a year and a half, has never had anything negative happen, ever.
So it ends up in Jeremy's house, and then
I have taken it to every investigation that's not like home investigation. I have not done that, but every investigation that's been public, I have done that.
Jan's watching.
First, it wasn't glued,
and then it just came apart.
Okay. Jan was there when this happened, when they did this.
I wonder if somebody had the doll, and that was just kind of like,
about me.
You know how you have a hiding spot.
I love you, Jan.
And it's kind of weird, the time period difference, but it's almost like someone had the doll. You know how you have a hiding spot in your room or something so people don't find it, and that was their hiding spot.
Mm-hmm. Now within the temple, I don't want to offend anybody, but this is how it is. There is difference between a Masonic temple and a Masonic lodge.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference.
Yeah, it's a memory doll.
Huge difference.
The difference is also ley lines. A temple is going to lay on ley lines. They also make windows. The floors on this temple were like the windows here, the floor is in the middle. So you can't tell where something is if you want to shoot somebody from the outside. You're not going to know.
Well, I know that the whole time we were there this last time, Lindy kept saying, okay, so what's there? What's there? I'm like, I'm telling you, you cannot look on the outside of this building, and I cannot tell you where certain things are. You have to be in the building to understand what I'm saying.
Right. And to be a Mason, there's secrets. There's I've had people tell me in order to keep their secrets, they had a sword pushed to their chest and said, if you tell, you will die. That's part of Masonry. That's just the way it is. What this doll meant, I have no idea. But it was part of their place.
There's nothing about this doll that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, really.
And
I know that the Masons, they have all of these weird rituals, but I don't see what ritual that they would have that would include a doll like this.
I don't either. Now they did. We know for a fact back then they had liquor that they would keep locked up in the temple. Their wives were not allowed in the temple, which meant there was hookers in the temple. Now, some of those hookers were underage. That's just the way it was. Were some beat and killed? I don't know. But there was a huge incinerator.
Did she freeze or did I? Okay.
Yeah, I think she froze. Yeah.
But will somebody take a screenshot? She looks like she's like you know.
I mean, I could try to take one with my
Worth
phone.
me or something.
Let me double check. I think I just did.
Oh, wait, I was
Oh
gonna,
man, we gotta go back and
that was
screenshot
Larry
that.
just want to get a picture of it.
Oh, wait, let's do the screenshot of this.
You gotta do it
I
right.
got it. I got the screenshot.
Okay, with that, what you were saying about there being hookers there.
Oh, sure. Oh, Jan said she got one.
Thank you,
Jan,
Jan.
you
Yep,
better know. No, ma'am.
Send it to Nick so he can show it. But okay, so if there was possibly hookers there, those hookers could have had children that didn't have a place to be kept while they were doing their business. So they may have kept like children in certain areas.
I think now one of the stories that is proven, things I'm saying right now are theory, but one of the stories that is proven is there was a circus elephant that came to town in Salina, Kansas, and somehow it got loose and it got in the temple. They took it down to the basement. As we all know, one of our high school pranks was cows will walk downstairs. They will not walk up. So, apparently
a lot of steps for that elephant.
I don't know. But they ended up having to dismember this elephant.
Oh, God.
Because it wasn't coming back up.
No
So,
children
Jan,
allowed.
so if there was, like she said, in theory, hookers, they would not have a certain room set aside just for the kids to go in a certain area?
No, the kids would have been in the womb if there was kids.
Okay.
There would not have been.
Look at your worshiping photo. I just want to scream hallelujah.
That can make that actually can make a good meme photo.
Hallelujah. Is she frozen again?
She did. She did.
Yeah, she is.
Let's freeze on this, okay?
No, you're still in motion now.
Of course. Okay,
Are you having weather issues over there, Adrian?
Not that I know of. No, it's beautiful outside.
Okay.
I thought for a second you froze, which I thought that would have been a
computer
perfect
issue.
moment.
I wonder if Zach is doing something on his phone that might be pulling some of that signal from you.
No, he's doing it in there, which he's watching wrestling. Yeah.
Oh, he's watching AEW, isn't he?
All right, so so if you shake the
And
doll,
she's
which person
frozen again.
comes to the top. I don't even know what that means.
Okay, y'all two are gonna have to explain that since y'all been in
Yeah,
possession.
damn, what the hell is that? And Adrian's frozen again.
What Jan is talking about is that name Dean. Remember, there's that little thing in there that's got the name Dean
Oh
in
yeah,
it.
Dave. Well, wasn't it like David or
Dean.
Dean.
Oh, Dean. I thought you kept saying
Yeah.
D.
Like James Dean.
Yeah, it was Dean. Yeah, like Dave.
Yeah,
or
that's the
Dean
name that pops up.
Poor Adrian.
She actually,
Hey Zach, no
looks
more
like she's actually
AEW
having
for
a good
you.
time in that image. I mean, if you ask me, she looks actually pretty happy.
Hey, Nick,
Who's
you
this?
got it.
Turn off this
Look
Wi-Fi.
at Yanks, big mouths, small brains.
I keep freezing.
All right, John, hit me up and we'll finish having our chat.
Thanks for tuning in, John. Okay, and then Jan's like, okay, Jeremy, if you shake the doll, I guess these are like all part of the same thing. There's objects.
Yeah, that's
Which
what
one comes to the top?
she's talking about. All that which one comes to the top. The ones that I can see are the name Dean, the little thing for the fish hook, and the other stuff I can't really make out what it is.
So that object would be the person coming through. She's
Yeah.
now also saying it's a
And we do have somebody from Twitch watching, so that's good.
Yeah, the head is clear. Yeah, pills and Ibiza. I can't tell if I'm saying that right.
Yeah,
that's nice though. The film, the hook. Is she talking about like the eye hook?
This
hook
one right here. That's what I was thinking. Is I think that it was being used to conjure something up.
Fishbone, she's saying.
It's nice to see you moving, Adrian.
Yeah. We're hooking up my computer next week. Yeah.
So
this has 100,000 files on it. That's why it's doing this.
And Jan brings up a good point because now you really only see girls with dolls, but way back in the day, I mean, you did see boys with dolls.
Yep.
The thing is, we found a human skull. It was a female. The cops were called in. It was a female skull. Age was not determined other than 20 and up.
Oh, so the cops were called in on that.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about there at the temple?
Yes.
I thought they said that was a 14-year-old girl's.
Yeah, I thought that was I remember hearing it was a 14-year-old girl.
I'll have to check that again, but I was under the impression it was 20 and up.
Okay.
We heard it was a few years younger.
I think I heard it was 14, but I mean,
everybody
hear something different.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I'm like with the rest of you guys. I mean, I remember hearing it was a 14-year-old girl. I don't remember ever hearing anybody saying it was like 20 and up.
But that's one of those things that it was never. A forensic scientist came in, checked it, said, "Okay, this is what it is." Done. That doesn't mean it was murdered there because there was doctors that were there. There was, they could have brought in cadavers.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. So they never confiscated it. It's still there. I held that sucker in my hand. That was
me too. I held that too. And I got to be honest with you, that was just such a very odd feeling knowing that, because you guys know me, I've worked at Spirit Halloween, holding decorations like that all the time. But when you're holding an actual, real human skull, it's a very different feeling to it.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel like you want to think that this is a Halloween decoration, but right away that no, this was somebody just like us.
Well, what's funny was when we first did it, I was holding that thing and they turned the light on because the equipment kept going off. And I'm like, this is weird. I'm holding this thing and I'm going, oh, hell. Because I'm a redneck. I've hunted. I know what bones look like. This had the little holes in it for where, nerves, blood veins, everything was in there. I'm like, no. They said, no, this is fake. I'm telling you, it's not. This is real.
Yeah.
So after we left, they called the police in, a police officer that they knew. And that person looked at it and said, yeah, this is real. We're not taking it. It's past the point of, where's the rest of it?
I was going to say, it makes me wonder where the rest of this girl would have been.
Yeah.
But what they could have done is they could have taken that skull and at least did some sort of an image thing on it to maybe get an image of what the person may have looked like.
Right.
And it could have been somebody who dedicated their body to science, which happened.
That is true. So. You do have the donation ones, like for medical research and whatsoever. I mean, that's still something that's still done today, as far as, donating bodies for medical research.
Right.
Oh, yeah. They'll be doing that for a very long time.
Yeah. They've been doing for like the last couple centuries, even to this day.
So we can't say, and as much as people want to think, this doll is demonic, this doll is possessed, 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% this doll is spirited. If it is, it never acted out at my house. It was on my bed for years, 2 years to be exact. Nothing ever happened. So now, might it get something at locations when you take it? Maybe. But as far as what I know about it, no.
Jen said she took it. Well, like she already said that.
Yes,
before. She
Jan
took
was
it
there
apart.
when it was taken apart. She did it. Yes. Yes, she did.
I can tell you when the power went out today in the bowling center, one of my guys was telling me it's because of that damn doll that you got in your bag. No, it wasn't.
As much as I love to tell people that that thing's going to hurt them, it's not.
She said that she's fine. Nothing happened to her.
Yeah, I mean, Jan had it in her house with the other people that were there when she took it apart. It was still taken apart when it came back to me, and I put everything back up in its head and glued it. Done. I don't want to see that again. It's done.
Hey, if I lose anything, we're having some major rain and wind. So if I lose anything, I just keep hearing it.
Okay.
Is it like severe storms over there, Eileen, or is it just storms?
I can't see. I have no windows where I'm at, so but so I can't really see. I can just hear, so I can't tell if it's just how you hear wind and
Yep.
it's not as bad as it sounds. So it was weird this morning. I actually called some friends to say I woke up this morning, and have y'all ever woke up and it's like things aren't in slow motion, but it's like your brain processes something in slow motion, and it was like even though you could hear something talk, everything was monotone this morning.
Jan, you're my other half. We know this. This is how it works.
That's how you compliment each other.
We do. It's one of
Yeah.
those things of I don't know what's going on. I call her. She doesn't know what's going on. She calls me. That's just the way it works. That's a story that I don't tell. She does. But we were having an interview for doing our foster children.
My roadrunner.
And I put her as one of my references. So this lady called her. And so what she tells this lady is how we met. Because the lady asked, how did we meet? She tells her the truth.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Because we met at her bar in Cloudcroft, New Mexico. And she walked up to me and said, we're going to be friends. I'm going to piss all over you because you're my property.
Wow.
She told the lady this. And the lady goes, I want friends like that.
Wow.
She was not kidding. We've been together ever since. And yes, she had a roadrunner in her house today. And I'm going to tell you, roadrunners, if you've ever seen a roadrunner in New Mexico, they're everywhere. They are just that, roadrunners. They're not coming in your house. They're not going in your yard unless you're feeding them. This sucker went in her house. And I don't just mean in her house. On her fridge, in her bathroom, went in every room in her house, shit on her clothes, left feathers there. 2 hours later, she was able to get it out.
Well, my question is, how the hell did it get into the house first?
Door was open. It came in.
Well, no, okay, so I've never
course.
seen a roadrunner. How big are they?
They're only like this. I mean, they're like 1.5 feet tall.
I thought they
I've
were
never
tiny.
seen
I
one.
thought they were, yeah. Thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking it up now.
Yeah, the only big roadrunner I have ever known is the one that's on cartoon.
Yep, I was just
Man,
alluding
if you
to
Here's
it.
the thing.
take a picture of it and send it to Nick so I can see it. I've never seen a roadrunner.
I could just
Nick.
pull it up on Google Image.
Nick,
Oh my
add
God! Yeah,
her
you're
on
not
this
kidding.
stream. It's on her live.
Oh
It's
my God.
hilarious.
Yeah, Adrian, now that you said that, like, wow, they're really small. All right, hold on one second. Let me share the screen. Jeez, that is, I mean, even judging by the images, they're small.
What's funny is these things do not go in your house. They just don't.
So that's a roadrunner.
That's a roadrunner.
Wow.
It looks nothing like.
Yeah.
The tail.
Nothing
The
like
tail is bigger than his body.
I'm upset. It doesn't look like the cartoon character.
No, it doesn't. Nick, add her to the stream and she can show you the videos. It's hilarious.
Wait, Jan or
Jan? Yes.
Yeah, Jan.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me stop the screen here.
Jan had a roadrunner in her house today.
Okay, so let me see. It's been a while since I've sent the link for people so they could show us.
Hold on. Let me do it, Nick.
I was gonna say, why don't you do it, Jeremy?
Yeah. Let me send it to her.
That is just so weird. I never knew they were that small. Annette said, howdy y'all. Jeremy, don't take this wrong, but you look good with a patch.
Everybody seems to like me with the patch on.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
That's because we can only see part of you. That's why. Hey, Jeremy, you would be so proud of me. I only picked on David a few times.
Yes, that's actually true.
Then you've done your job. Yeah. As soon as you guys,
I try to be nice. It's him.
as soon as you guys went live, I just went on there and started sharing you guys
Up here she
and
is.
just getting you out there.
What's up,
Hi,
Jan?
Jan.
Hey, all right. How do I do this?
Go to share.
And then go to the share screen.
I don't see share. I see mic, cam, settings, chat, and leave.
Oh, she's on her phone. Because isn't on the phone. It's a little bit more limited, or is there a way that she could try to share it?
I don't know.
Very
Hold on. I will go ahead. I'll switch over to my computer. Give me a second.
okay.
See, I keep
I've been seeing you, Mickey.
to get Jeremy a parrot.
There goes Jan.
We need to get Jeremy a parrot to keep on his shoulders
The
during
parrot.
Black Day.
Wait, why not a Roadrunner? It's small. And they kind of
Why not put this on my shoulder?
Paranormal
If I can get her to stay.
We'll have to put a rope around your neck to hold her. Make
What
sure I'm
happened
there to
again?
tighten that rope.
She's switching because she was on her phone. She's going to use her computer instead because she can't share the stream.
Hang on,
video with us.
Jan sent me the pictures.
Oh, okay.
So let me.
I'm sorry, guys. I keep yawning.
You tired tonight?
I think it's because it's so hot in here, and then I hear rain, so it's like me going.
Oh,
Nat. So now it's a pirate instead of the Wookiee.
holy cow!
Okay, share. Quit looking.
I can't help it. Oh, she's sending me more.
There's plenty.
Sounds like she
You
took
see
all
how
of it.
he's being stingy over here?
Those things are just hilarious.
Yep, here she comes. Now she's back.
Okay.
Yes.
I sent it to Jeremy.
Not that.
Yeah, but he's being stingy and won't share.
Hang on.
Just call him Jack. I don't even know what that means.
Jack Sparrow.
Oh, Jack Sparrow.
Hold your horses, okay?
I had a comment on that one, but I'm gonna be nice.
I know you've already been commenting on the other stuff that I was saying.
Okay, so you
You
asked
know,
how this
check.
got in the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the first one.
So I'm literally meditating. Okay,
Oh,
these are the
wow.
feathers that it left behind.
Those are big feathers.
It's not a small bird.
They're about this big.
Yeah, I know they're
They're
small. but
they're
the feathers
feathers.
look huge.
Their tails are huge.
Yep.
The bird is small.
Yeah.
The tail is large.
That's
and
what
their
Jeremy
feet
was
go,
saying. It's like it's longer than its own body.
so their feet, they're super fast. And Indian folklore is the Roadrunner is full of wisdom and guidance and fortune and good luck, but they're confusing because when you see Roadrunner tracks, you never know which way they're going because their feet are the same in both directions.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
So they have, a claw here and a claw here, but look at this thing.
We're stuck in a situation, aren't we? Very much so. So let me do it this way.
Whoa, jeez.
Oh, those things are not fun. I mean, they're like,
They're
Man,
vicious.
that thing is fast.
Okay, I thought it had gone outside at this point. And I went, okay. So I was sitting there, I was meditating. And I was asking for guidance because something had just happened. And the next thing I know, all I hear is this commotion through my front door. And I see this like fast blur. And I'm going, no way. There's no way the Roadrunner's in my house. Because this thing toys with me in my front yard, right? And
Are
he
we
runs
just staying?
and he gets close to me all the time.
Is that the deal?
I go into the
That's
Trying
bathroom.
to figure our way
bedroom.
out?
Wow.
Yeah, this isn't my
Or are we
bedroom.
trying to
He
stay
ran
in?
by the front door. He could have gone out either door
What is it
at
gonna
any
be, dude?
time. Never did.
What is it going to be?
He took
So
a nap.
is he just trying to find his way out, or is
Are
he
we
just
gonna become
curious
friends?
where
No,
he's
it
at?
was like he was buying the house.
Are we going to sit down? Are we going to have a talk?
He was buying the house.
And he checked out every room.
Oh,
He
we
took a
are.
nap on my bed. And my
Okay.
wife was like, Jules, I swear, you
Let
shit
me
on
make
my
the
bed.
bed
We're going to have
and
some
I'll sit down and
issues.
have a talk with you. I'm sorry,
Like,
my room is messy.
I have another video of him prancing along like my bed in front of my mirror, just
Wow.
showing up his feathers, everything else. And then he ruffles down and he just goes to sleep.
Oh, look at the cutie.
You say hi. Sorry, guys.
Hi.
hi, Abby. How you doing, baby?
You see, we had a bird in the house.
Yeah. We have a bird in the house.
You did, huh?
Yeah.
So you're sitting there with your door open now. Are you not scared he's just gonna run back in at night?
No, because he never
Scared of the
attacked
damn
me.
thing.
Let me show you.
So how long was he in the house for then,
Oh,
Jim?
wow.
Almost 2 hours.
It's
Oh
broken.
my God.
Well, I bet that was a lot of fun.
How'd you break it, Abby?
It's broken.
How'd you do that?
No, it wasn't me. It's
It wasn't you. Who was it?
How's her nose doing?
Oh, great.
No.
Miss breaks a lot.
a wind.
The kid heals overnight. She's, as her mama calls her, a demon.
Wolverine.
Wow.
She's rotten. But no, he was just
Yeah.
hanging out. Nick, I'm telling you, they're really mean birds. They kill snakes.
Oh, I
Yeah, I'm
want some.
surprised. See, my brother-in-law, he's a huge expert with birds, and I'm surprised he's never told me that.
Yeah,
So,
they kill.
I'm gonna have
they're-
to ask him
You
some
might
questions next
capture-
time.
Can you capture that and ship it to me, please?
I was.
The
Right.
Roadrunner?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll take it.
I Googled on the internet. The internet has everything.
Yeah.
Nobody has a video of a Roadrunner in their house.
Really?
Okay.
That was about the-
Without baiting, there's one video on YouTube, and the guy's baiting the Roadrunner.
So you were talking about the Indian folklore and all. So what is the? I mean, if it does come in the house, what is there a meaning behind that? You were saying.
See, that's I don't know. I was praying. I wasn't praying, like I said. Well, praying, meditating, whatever you want to
Meditating,
call it. I was really concentrating hard around the energy. And Adrian will tell you I have owl activity around here. I live off the El Camino Real Trail, which is one of the oldest trails in North and South America. It connects the Santa Fe Trail from Santa Fe all the way down to Mexico City. And the trail literally goes through my bedroom. So I sleep on the
Wow.
trail every night.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
And this is the land where like Geronimo ran and things like that. So the Apaches ruled this area, the Navajo, the Hopi, the Pueblos. But to have a roadrunner, I've never known anybody to have a roadrunner play with them the way that this roadrunner plays with me. They just don't play. To have a roadrunner come as close to me as he has, even outside, is insane.
Yeah.
But for him to come inside and to walk around the house, you need to go watch my live.
And you said he never tried to attack you either.
No, he was
not only did it not attack, these things, if they're in your yard, if you feed them daily and you walk out, they're going to look at you and they're going to run. They're not coming towards you.
Mm-mm. No,
So
not
they
at all.
only attack if they feel threatened.
You can't even get close enough for them to attack you. They go so fast. You know, like Ed was telling me, well, you need to get a towel and throw it over, you know, the bird to catch it. You can't do that.
I told you the same thing.
You can't do that.
You need a chicken neck. Grab that sucker.
No, and I didn't want to hurt him at all. So he was, you know,
I'm sorry. I think this is the most intrigued I've been.
I'm like, it's insane to have it be that close and to have it talk to me. I was literally asking it questions and it was answering back. Oh yeah. It was just, they sound so funny when they talk.
I was going to say, I didn't even know they make noise.
Annette said maybe it was one of your
Yeah, they go meet.
Well, except for that. Except for that, but I'm talking about real roadrunners.
No, they make this hissing sound.
Evelyn, get beside Mama.
Abby, come here. Stop. Will you come here? You're Adrian.
That says you need a dream catcher.
Adrian.
I have one.
Hey,
I got one.
You little shithead, come here.
Abby, come here. She refuses.
Abby, Grandma will get you.
All right. Who is? I don't know if this is. It's really interesting, Geronimo. Not too far from me.
Got me after I got done working out.
I doubt that this is Karen anymore, so this has got to be somebody else.
Abby, Grandma loves you.
I don't have it on my end to know who it is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Whoever it is, you got to give StreamYard permission to let you use your name.
So StreamYard, so Geronimo, you guys have to understand that Geronimo ran
Lawton, Oklahoma. Okay.
He ran not only Oklahoma, but he ran down here. He's originally from this section of New Mexico. I actually, living off the trail and knowing the history the way I do, because I love Indian history. It's my culture. They traveled so fast underground. That's my theory. In all these caves and everything else, we do believe that we might have found the location of his treasure, which I'm not going to reveal.
Oh, come on.
No, because if it comes to be, it'll be a pretty exciting documentary.
I'm picking on you. Anytime you say I'm not going to do something, it's like, come on, do it.
Yeah, I want to too. I want to tell the world like everything. Don, you know what? That's not far off. I had, what was it, Adrian? 4 or 5 owls in my yard.
Owls are really supposed to be good luck.
Oh yeah. Well, when they're all different breeds and they're all sitting outside of your window, hooting and communicating back and forth. Yeah, no, it gets crazy. It gets really crazy.
That were shot. One of them was shot. It didn't stop at any. It hooted and gurgled.
The owls would really make sense. I mean, all that would make sense. You said you're on Indian land,
and
it all makes sense because with all that, with them being kind of around you, if everything goes straight through especially your bedroom.
Oh yeah, which I'm in right now. Sorry, I have to plug you guys in.
The thing is that
Jeremy needs to plug in all the time.
Had nothing to do with that trail. That bird had to do with something she was talking to right before that.
Don't tell me more about the owls would really make sense with
Yeah.
that.
No, actually, you know what? We figured out the owls. And it actually had to do with, we jokingly call him our son, Adrian's son, and he was actually in trouble. And he had, Adrian, you want to explain that as I plug my computer in? Sorry.
Yeah. As most children, he's going to trust someone else a little more than mom to get a hint. And especially someone that's been in a cemetery with him, conjuring his father, which if I conjured that guy, I said I was going to piss on his grave. I didn't. I didn't do it, but I said I was going to. So I promised not to walk up to the grave. I didn't do it. But she did with him. And they saw things that should not have been seen. I did not, because I stayed out of respect. I stayed out. At the end, we weren't enemies, but we were friends. But her and Mason made a connection because they were both. Mason sees energy. He works with energy. He just doesn't want to admit it. So they
No child wants to admit it. No child wants to admit that they do it to their mom.
No, but that child,
How weird is
I'm
that?
very thankful for. If he can't come to me, he will go to second mom. That's great. I have no problem with that. At least somebody's got him.
Yes, I agree.
So that's where he goes most of the time.
We only got a couple minutes left.
Yeah, we just got like 3 minutes left.
Okay, so I want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. David, I know you're not on. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, David.
You were awesome. Jen, thank you for the story. Everybody can.
Yeah,
just,
sorry. Like I said, you guys just caught me after I worked out, so.
Yeah,
I knew
so
you were talking
everybody
about
can be intrigued now. We will talk more about it on our show. So, yeah. Thank you, everybody,
Nick.
for joining us.
Jeremy, Adrian,
Jeremy,
love
thank
you
you
guys.
for joining
Good
us.
seeing you, Jen.
Yeah, good to see you again, Jen.
I'm not going anywhere.
Huh?
What?
Well, she's frozen.
She's
She was
freezing up.
Not frozen.
Yeah.
No one's frozen.
No.
Well, I'll just go ahead and play our outro video, and the next show after that is Ironic Confessions. I believe that's the title.
It is.
That
It is.
I
And
never
it's
heard of the
so
title. I just knew it was a
interesting.
new show.
Yeah, it's a brand new show. They're starting tonight. It's hosted by Terry, Jess, Jenny, and Rosie.
Yes. It's
Okay.
going to be interesting. I can't wait to see it.
It's gonna
I
be
can't wait to
exciting.
see it either.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that one, and everybody have a great week.
Have a great night.
Good night, y'all.
Night, everyone.
Thank you for sharing.